Good evening, everybody. Welcome to TRT Productions. I'm your host, Big Ran. Sorry tonight, no intro. I just wanted to talk about something I came across, and I thought it was real. It was crazy because it happened to me, and I could imagine how this lady feel. And it's not like I really want to tell a story. I'm not going to tell her name, but I'm gonna just give you a highlight of what's going on. So as you can see on the screen, I got pictures of small charter planes, right? Excuse me. So one time I was headed out to Myrtle Beach, headed out to South Carolina, and they couldn't really find me no commercial flights. So I got myself a charter flight. I said, hey, I'm going to charter my flight down to Myrtle Beach. And the most embarrassing thing happened to me. No lie, man. I know what this lady's going through because I've been through it. So as I'm sitting there waiting for the charter flight, and this was from Kennedy Airport. Like sometimes you could catch them little planes on a special, especially if you in a hurry, you could catch them on a quick hop out. You know, it's a good thing. I always tell people if you really need to get out, that's one of those things you can get yourself a charter plane. But anyway, as I was about to board the charter plane, I got stopped. And the guy said to me, hey, I don't mean to embarrass you or put you in a situation, but I don't believe you're qualified to fly in the plane. I'm like, what you talking about, bro? He said, yo, you overweight. So I'm getting on a plane, man. I got a massive engines. What you mean I'm overweight? How can I be overweight? I'm on a plane. But lo and behold, I got weighed. And yeah, they had to tell me they had to find me a commercial flight. And the reason why I'm bringing it up because I was reading in the news and I read this story, and I know how this lady feels. I know how it feels, and it's she, and because it happened to me at the time that there's really no social media. These stories really don't get leaked the way they get leaked, from people who it's crazy. So anyway, a traveler shares a moment that a fellow passenger was forced to step on the baggage scale before takeoff after confusion over her weight. And I know how she felt, but the problem is, see, like I said, when it happened to me, there was no such thing as TikTok or anything. This lady got 1.6 million views on TikTok, and I don't see them taking it down. I know that's humiliating, man. And then I'm not sure if she was told she could get on the plane or not. It's not even about that. It's just about, man, how humiliating that can be. It says the whole airport. It says the whole airport trying to mind their own business as a woman is asked to step on the baggage scale because she claimed she was 130 pounds. The TikTok user wrote in the caption. She said she added, it's a tiny plane, so they needed to weigh to take off safety reasons. And I get it. You know what I'm saying? I had to learn that the hard way too. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, if you're a big person, how do you be flying? You can't fly on a charter, baby. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know. If you're the person taking the pictures, social media today, is that an embarrassing situation for somebody to put somebody getting weighed at the plane? It's normal. But like I said, it's just that it's TikTok. And the way they probably did it, it probably got a little nasty. She probably got a little upset. And then you get weighed out in front of everybody to say that, yo, you might be overweight for a charter plane at 130 pounds? She's 130 pounds, man. Where was she? I don't know. One people, it's just crazy. Needless to say, the embarrassing ordeal divided the the TikTok world. It's not okay, some people say it. Meanwhile, the third record being subject to a similar precaution explaining flying home from the Philippines and they weighed me and I have never been so embarrassed in my life. It is embarrassing, I'm telling you people. However, others sided with the airline. And I have to side with the airline too because it is a matter of weight safety. But to embarrass you in front of the whole airport, should she sue? Should she be able to say, you know what, I'm sue you guys, or should she sue the person who actually took the TikTok? Or should she embrace that and say, you know what, this is what you need to know? Because a lot of people don't fly charter or personal flights or however you say it, where you got to be weighed or you got to be subject to be overweight. I'm telling you, when that happened to me, it was embarrassing. And the only reason why people can't see it is because like I said, there was no there was no phones like that where you could record. And if people did, it didn't come out right. Of course I got nasty. I got uplifted, I brought my spirits to an uproar to somebody tell me you can't get on the plane because you fat. Well, how fat are you, man? You know what I mean? So it was one of those things. And it's crazy because I'm sitting in the night out, enjoying my night. When I come across this, I said, oh, man. So wherever I go, I always take my podcast up. I don't care. I podcast anywhere. Pull it out. People looking at me, they crazy. But I always get a spot back by the kitchen, which sometimes could be crazy. Gets a little crazy. But I'm just saying, people, it's one of the things you really got to ask yourself. I read that and I said, damn, by the grace of God, there go I. I was one of them people who was sitting there one time and had somebody tell me, yo, man, you might not be able to get on the flight. What you mean, man? Pay my money like everybody else up here, man. I better be able to get on this flight, man. Don't misdirect me from my flight. That's embarrassing. That is embarrassing. And this lady got 1.6 million views. I know it's hard, man. And you know what it is? I always having a tendency, like Tone tells me sometimes, I say, yo, man, you bring color into a lot of things. I don't know what. This one is tough, baby. Because I'm telling you, I got singled out the same way. And I know how she feel because I felt like there's other big passengers too. Like, you got big people, they on that side, they getting on the plane. Well, I ain't able to get on the plane, baby. I want to fly too. I'm able to fly on the private just because I'm a little large. I'm a large boy. Well, don't put me with a lot of people. My thing is, why they don't ask you that before you buy the ticket? That's the problem. Like, they wait till you buy the ticket to bring you on the airline in front of everybody. Now you gotta get on the scale, like your bags get on the scale. Like, yo, you might be too big for this flight there, baby. Jesus. And if you're not a big person, you have no idea what I'm talking about. There are big people embarrassing moments. And for you to be too big to fly on a plane, I like telling somebody they too big to ride on the train, man. Those are two of the most powerful engines running in the world. And I can't get on that. You got to rev up speed to get up in the air. You mean to tell me my weight gonna hold all that back? You better dump somebody's luggage. Boy, that was an embarrassing moment. I know how you feel, lady. I know how you feel. And if they would have had TikTok or something back then where people were actually paying attention, I would be you. I probably would have more views than you because I flipped out. Oh, big man went to work out there. Made my color issue, made my weight an issue. And meanwhile, I was sweating through the whole thing. But I did it. got me a commercial flight, and I got a double seat. They thought I was that big, and which I was. No lie, huge at that time too. I tipped the scale at that time. I'm gonna lie, not even gonna lie. I tipped the scale at that time about maybe 340. I was a big dude at one time, man. I mean, I was a big dude. I was a solid man. You know what I'm saying? I had the size of a grizzly bear, but I moved with the grace of a cat. Meow. But I'm just letting you know, man. I know that's embarrassing, lady. So I just wanted to put that out there. She ain't by herself. There's 1,000 people who go through that, who are overweight, or who people perceive are overweight. And don't let her hang out there by herself, man. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you let her know, like, yo, man, we with you. I put mine out to let her know I'm with you. It just reminded me, sitting here, laid back in the lounge, smoking a cigar, and I'm like, oh, why would that happen to me? No, I'm podcasting. You gotta look at the people, how they look at you when you be podcasting in strange places. People look at you like, where you at? Where you at? Who's that? Is he a news crew? What is he doing? So my setup is so small that the only thing you can really see is the laptop. But yeah, you know, I felt I had to do so. I said, man, that was a tough one, lady. That was a tough one. Because I've been there. I can remember. It's just, she brought me back vividly from yesterday, man. I'm sitting there, because, you know, back then we didn't really carry suitcases. Men carried the duffel bag, like the army type duffel bags. I was a ball player, so I had the ball player bag. He said, pardon me, sir. He said, I don't mean to be rude. So like every other black man, when he gets approached, oh, here comes, my one eyebrow goes up, my lip quivers to the side, I give him the up, down, twice. Fuck going on? He said, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. And I'm gonna tell you how they did it. They had to send a brother over to me too. And he definitely, you know, when the brother got to do that job, he definitely approaches with caution. He was, my brother, I don't mean to disturb your afternoon. That's how he came out. I don't want to disturb your afternoon. So I just look him up and down again. You're about to. Whatever you think you're about to do, you're about to do it. So go ahead and let it be done. He said, there's a possibility you might be a little overweight for the flight. What the? Told me, man. Basically, he called me fat to my face in the most, I had to say it was very professional. But me, as the person being called fat, you like, what the? Talking to, Brody? Must don't understand the game right here. You talking to, Brody? Meanwhile, I was embarrassed, picking you off the line. So the person in front get here and the person in back, because they turn around facing what he looking to say to me. Now look at this here. So now that's how that line gets to know. Damn, he'll be overweight to get on the plane. He overweight. Now I'm podcasting. He might be overweight to get on the plane. No. Thank you. No, I'm not live, but thank you. Have a good day. You too. So, I hate being interrupted, and that's why I don't go out to these. I'm just sitting here at the cigar lounge, relaxing. And, you know, I always carry my portable, but man, can't even sit and talk on the portable. But where was I? 'Cause I got interrupted, man. Somebody who thought we was live wanted to get involved with the TRT. Soon we gonna do it. So as I light my cigar, let me finish telling the story. So I'm sitting there. Now I'm in the waiting room, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm too big to get on the plane. That's all I can say. Like, yo, Fat boy, you too fat to get on the plane. I'm embarrassed. Now I'm embarrassed because you don't see me take off the line. But like I said, when the person in front and the person behind, they turn facing, paying attention to what he's saying, that went down the line quick. Fat boy too big. Fat boy too big. Yo, he too big. Fat boy too big. I heard that as I'm walking to the room. Fat boy too big. They taking him off the plane. I'm looking back like, mind your business, man. I know how embarrassing that is. And now this lady's on TikTok, 1.6 views. They got the back of her on this plane getting weighed on like she's our baggage and shit. And that's how it feels, man. Tell you, that's one of the things I always say, man. When I read the news, I watch, I say, damn, that happened to me. Shh. That could happen to anybody, though, to be honest with you. I heard your bags being overweight. But when it happened to me, that was the first time, man. That was the first time. And like I said, this might go out. Shout out to my boy that I work with, my boy Steve, because this is one of them 60-40s where he always tells me, because of my age, you know, I've come through an era where I watch everything kind of modernized, from the phones, radios, TVs, all kind of things. So, you know, when I tell you they did not have any type of camera phones at the time, they did, you know, but they was those little flips that, you know, they wasn't that good, or unless you had somebody who was on vacation shooting. That's how you normally got videos in my time. And I was in my let's say about my mid-20s. Around my mid-20s. First time I ever took a flight by myself. Yeah. I don't fly often. Terrified of flying, man. I'm terrified of flying, and I'm overweight for the charter plane. Never been back either, because I never wanted to hear that again. Because, you know, then I was young, dumb. I was a bullshit. I ain't, you know, take me to jail. I don't care. But now that I'm older, you know, I'm up in age. I ain't trying to go to jail because I'm too fat to get on the plane. Tell me before I buy the ticket. Is there a weight requirement for the flight? You got to be 100 pounds? This is a flight I'll never take. It'll never happen. Just let me know, but don't just sell me the ticket and then wait. And that's the most embarrassing. You wait till you get on the line. Everybody's on the line. They watching you. You know, your ass all in exposed and shit. You all out there. She might be too big. And then the TikTok added to that. See, this is that shit about that social media, man. And look, I'm doing the same thing. But I'm doing it in a different light to let them know, yo, I'm with you, man. I know how that feels, man. Have somebody tell you you too big to get on the damn plane that got 2 damn engines. What you got 2 engines for, man? Soup them is up. You got some big people trying to fly personal. That'll never happen, man. Shout out to all those big people who get to charter fly, man. Shout out to all those big people who get to charter fly. Tell Big Rand how you do it so we can charter fly. I wanna charter fly. Shout out Gorilla 2K. Shout out to Irrelevant Shit, man. Love you guys. Make sure you follow them too, man. Every aspect, every platform. That's Gorilla 2K, Irrelevant Shit. Make sure you follow. Make sure you catch up with them on YouTube, you know, subscribe, do all of that. Make sure you get all that in there. Some of the greatest context comes from the back door. You never know. So, well, I think I'm going to cut it short. Too many people looking, and I'm pretty sure they want the table. You know, you don't get too long once they realize you back here doing something. They want to know, like, hey, man, what you doing? But It's all good in the hood. If you got an establishment, you want me to come shoot out. Oh, I know what I want to say too, man. Shout out to those people who own Amsterdam City. I'm trying to podcast in Amsterdam City. Anybody got a hookup with Amsterdam City? I, I would like to podcast out of there. If you know what the place is, you know what it is. You know, I would like to get up in Amsterdam City and do a podcast. And I'm shouting out to anybody who would like to join me in Amsterdam City. I will be putting a future date up. Make sure you check it out. I'll make sure everybody get a chance when I get it all together. So if you're welcome to join me up in Amsterdam City, people, that's where I'm going to be going. I'm going to try to get up in there, and I want the public to join me. Let's get up in there. Let's get fired up. You know, I'm not going to hide it. It's what it is. God is good. Let's have some good conversation about things people don't want to talk about. It ain't always violence in the world, people. There's people going through things who could use some help. Cancer still exists. Mental health is still at an all-time high. Guns are still being produced. Babies are still being left in the garbage. There's more than just crime in the world. You know, there's the after effect of the crime, and that's what I'm talking about. We have these things that we see every day, man, but nobody talks about this stuff. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the young lady who might have been found in the garbage, but it's not. Here come my woman. Now my woman won't call while I'm in the middle of something. Yes, man. Yeah, just something to drink.
What?
Just something to drink.
You don't want nothing to eat?
Nah, I'm good.
They up?
Nah, they sleep. Nah, that's good.
No.
Oh, I don't care. Knee high.
Huh?
Knee high, great.
Sure.
All right.
All right.
All right. Thank you. Yeah, I guess I gotta start heading into it. It's crazy how she called me to see if I'm home, asked me if I want something. I'm out and about, and I did. It's funny because I just finished right before I started it. I checked on the kids. She said, "Nah, they sleep." That's why I started to turn on the mic. But I guess that's that phone call lets you know sometimes you gotta wrap it up. But anyway, listen, for all those who are overweight and you're thinking about flying on a charter flight, make sure you check the weight requirements. That can be one of the most embarrassing ordeals of your life. You know? So make sure you check on that, man. All right, people. I'm gonna light my cigar because I know I gotta go home. That's it. It's late, kids asleep, my woman's on the way home. Let me get home. Appreciate y'all listening. Make sure you like us, subscribe. I will be doing these type of talks more often. Find me a place I can settle down and smoke my cigar. Y'all be good here. Y'all be better than that, man. And like Tone always used to say, make sure you wash your hands, man. Make sure you wash your hands. Good night, people. Stay good.